Welcome friends. In today's video, we will see how we can prepare a collection book using Google Sheets. Collection book is basically a book or a sheet where a businessman records details about their sales, bill number wise and data wise, and eventually when they receive payment against those invoices, the payments are recorded against the marked invoices. So that on any given day if they want to see which all their bills are outstanding or which bills are outstanding for a particular date, they can go to that data's name in that book and identify that. Traditionally, this collection book is either not maintained by businessmen or if it is maintained, they are maintaining it physically in a book. So what they do, they maintain an index where they keep all the name of the data and against each data they assign a page number. And in that particular page number, all the details of the data are mentioned. We will see how the same can be done in a Google Sheet. Now this can also be done in Excel, but because Google Sheet gives us an additional advantage while sharing the sheet, we are making it in Google Sheet. Let us start. This is how our collection sheet will look in a Google Sheet. We will be entering basically these all details in our sheet, that is invoice details, invoice number, date, name of the party and invoice value. And for collection details, we will be mentioning date, amount collected, check number, remarks, and balance. We have kept this first three row blank so that we can fill it for you. Let's say on 1st April, first invoice is in the name of Sahil Enterprise and amount is 5000 rupees. Second invoice is in the name of RK Electrical for 7000 rupees. And third invoice is for, let's say, JK Industrial for 10,000 rupees. Now we have received payment for this first bill on, let's say, 13th, 9th and 10th June respectively. We have received same amount. We have received rupees 100 less, let's say that was a discount, and here we have received, let's say, 2000 less. Because there was some goods return. We mentioned the check number 001, 002, 003. There are no remarks to be put here. Now we have received 100 rupees less, so we'll write it as discount. We have received 2000 rupees less because there was some good return. We will mention the credit note number. I have already pre-filled major part of the data to save the time. So what I have done, I have entered already 620 invoices for the year on various date and against various data for various amount. And here I have received, and here I have mentioned collection date and amount for various invoices. Now, as and when you issue your invoices, you need to update this part of the table. And as and when you get your payments, you need to update this part of the table. And as and when the table gets updated, we will see how the other part of the sheet gets automatically updated. So let us first move to Ledger tab. Now imagine if you want to see a particular data's detail in your physically maintained collection book. So you'll have to go to the index, look for that name in the index, go to that page number, and then you can see all the details. Again, if you want to see the balance amount outstanding of that detail, you will have to take help of a calculator. Now just see how easily these things can be done in Google Sheet. So we say we want to see details of Havex Engineering. So I'll click on Havex Engineering and boom. Entire details of Havex Engineering as we have entered in our collection sheet has come in this sheet. We can also see the balance outstanding for Havex Engineering is 1,77,000. So what I have done in this sheet, I have used two Google functions. One is data validation and one is advanced filter. Now if you want to know or learn how to use this function, you can see our other videos on our channel. I'll not go into detail about those functions. I'll just say okay, what I've done in those functions. So in data validation, I've given link to all the data's name in our collection sheet. By that, all the name of the collection sheet comes here in drop down, and you can select any name which you want. Second function that we have used is advanced filter. By advanced filter, what we have done is we have given a command by which out of the entire data, only data pertaining to Havex Engineering or the name in this cell gets filtered and we can only see that particular data. And to calculate the closing balance, we have used simple addition subtraction formula. This makes your life very easy, saves some time, and you can do your work in a very efficient manner. Now we will move to our next tab, sales report. Now I have taken same collection books database as a basis and I have calculated or I have prepared these three tables. Here at one glance you can see your sales by every month. The same can be seen in a very presentable graphical manner in the adjacent table. And then in the next table, I have calculated various detail about datas. So first column gives you total sales made to a particular data. In the next cell, it gives a percentage of a total sale. That is, sale made to Havex Engineering is almost 8% of your total sales. How this data can be useful is you can identify which are your best customers, which customers contribute to your major sales. As you can see in this case, my top 5 customers contribute 30% of my sales. This will give you an idea on customer on which you need to focus and customer whom you can give a lesser priority. In our next cell, we have calculated closing balance. So here you can see the balance of all the customer at one glance instead of selecting each in a ledger. And then in next column, I have calculated outstanding in number of days. This column will give you an idea the outstanding amount of a particular debtor is for how many days. So if your credit cycle is for 90 days and this number is above 90, then your debtor has exceeded the credit limit. And accordingly you can plan your collection, recovery or any decision that you want to make. In this filter I have simply used pivot table and graphs where I have taken collection books data as a base. Now we will move to last part of our video where I will show you the sharing function of the Google Sheet. Now Google Sheet has this share tab at the right top of the window which allows you to share this particular sheet with any of your colleague or employees. So let's say I will share this sheet with one of my email ID and I will restrict its right only to a viewer. And I'll say send. Now a notification will be sent to my other ID and I can view this sheet anytime and anywhere. Similarly, you can also access this sheet from anywhere and not just from your office. So imagine a situation where you are at some customer's place and you want to see the outstanding or total sales made to that particular party, then you can just open your mobile and see those details at a glance. Now if you want to ask any of your colleague with whom you have shared this detail any particular fact about this sheet, let's say we want to ask him why the collection of Sahil Enterprises has not yet been received. So what we will do, we will insert a comment here and we will plus. So when I click plus, it gives me an option whom I want to mark. So if I say plus Buddy Rohan 19 and comment. Now what this will do, this will send a notification to Buddy Rohan 19 that a comment has been marked on your name in this particular sheet. So once you have marked the comment, you need not again call him and ask him to reply on that comment. He will automatically get a notification of that comment. So this is all that we had to share with you about Google Sheet and collection book. I hope this video was a value addition to you and will be helpful to you in your day-to-day life. If you liked our video, please hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed our channel, please hit the subscribe button to get notification of our new videos. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.